Hey YouTube, what's up? I just got out of the pool. I'm representing Look Now TV. Check that out. That's another story. That's another channel. But guys, like, for real, look at this. Got the tan going, sunblock on. Oh my god, making videos all day. So let's talk about Errol Spence versus Garcia. That is Mikey Garcia, if you don't know. No joke. Both fighters are seriously awesome. Let's talk about what's up. If you want my thoughts on it, let's get into my brain off the head. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, the boxing world is talking about this right now. I'm going through YouTube. Everybody has an opinion. I got an opinion. Writers are writing about this. Mikey Garcia looked awesome in his last fight. He cruised past Robert Easter Jr. to unify two lightweight world titles at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. The guy's no joke, right? I'm all into Garcia. Every time his name pops up, I'm like, hey, dude is nice. Dude's going to win. Oh, who's Garcia fighting? Oh, he's going to win. So he wants to step up again, and everyone's talking about this. It's between Lomachenko and Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. has 24 wins, 0 losses, and 21 KOs, and he's a solid welterweight. And they're talking about this going down. Garcia is no joke. He just really, he dismantled Easter, who was 21-1 and 14 KOs, and he looked great. And Mikey Garcia, if you don't know, I'm looking it up right now. Just want you to know that. This is all off the head, but I got a little box record in front of me real quick with the stuff, with the stats. Garcia's 39-0 and 30 KOs. Come on, you guys expect me to remember all this? Like, for real. I'm not going to even act like I'm trying to remember it. It's all off the dome, everything else, but I'm just reading the records right now at Box Records. So, yeah, this is crazy because I usually just straight off the head just go like, okay, Garcia, and then I'm like, whoa, did I just hear that? Errol Spence Jr.? If you look at this channel, I did like a little expose on him. I mean, let's look at what Errol Spence has been up to lately. Let's see what's going down with his record, who he fought recently, and what's up with him. Because, we tend to forget things. We got lives. I'm talking about me, cough, cough. I'm the one. I forget things quick with this stuff because everything's moving so rapidly. I can't retain all this stuff in my dome, in my head. So, Errol Spence did look awesome in his last fight. Now he KO'd Carlos Campo and Lamont Peterson before that. Come on. This guy is no joke. Kell Brook, he KO'd Kell Brook. Chris Algier, Bundu, he goes on and on. He's stepping up slowly, and then he just made a name for himself. I think with the Kell Brook fight, because Kell Brook was no joke. It was in the UK, right? That fight. And then, boom. Coming out party, people are really getting to know Errol Spence Jr. They're realizing, wow, this guy is the real deal. For some reason, I don't know, he's just like, is just a really awesome fighter. Well, for some reason, the reason is 24 wins, 21 KOs. Now, I'll tell you what, Garcia's looking for greatness. He's moving up like Pacquiao, right? Moving up. And I think it's 2 divisions, right? Okay, yeah, because Errol Spence Jr. is sitting at welterweight right now, and Garcia is officially, right now, at the moment, as of his last fight at, what is it? I'm sorry. I'm reading right now. I want to keep talking so I hold your attention span if you're here for the first time, and I got to look at where he's at. I have a feeling where he's at, but I'm not quite sure. Champions, Mikey Garcia. Where are you at, Garcia? Okay, Garcia is, you're probably like, oh, he's a lightweight. Yeah, he's a lightweight. Okay, he's orthodox. Errol Spence is southpaw. You know what? Hell, bro, I got to tell you, this fight looks awesome, right? But Mikey Garcia is smaller. That's the problem. Mikey Garcia. Dudes do go up and weight well. Some guys do it, right? Pacquiao did it. Some people can go up and jump those weight classes. I think Jim Lampley is somewhere on here saying it's only really one weight class. But no, I'm seeing 2. The dude's got to move up. He's got to move up to lightweight. There's super lightweight and there's welterweight. Okay, but really, wasn't he at super featherweight, Garcia? So, we're talking about not a big guy. He's a little guy when it comes to fighting Errol Spence Jr. He's at 5'6". Errol Spence is 5'9". He's a southpaw. I mean, if we want to be really analytical and break this fight down, we got to straight up look at a lot of the factors. The southpaw welterweight, 5'9", and it's like Errol Spence Jr. is looking awesome, but Mikey Garcia, for me, at a smaller weight at this point, because of our Errol Spence Jr.'s fights, I think Mikey Garcia looks like the better fighter on paper at his weight, in my opinion. Now, I am a fan of both of these guys. Straight up, I'm a fan of Errol Spence Jr. So, you want my prediction. You're like, yo, just tell me who's going to win. For whatever reason, you want me to just tell you who I think is going to win right now in August 2018. Very difficult fight to predict, which is exciting. But I got to go with the bigger man. I got to go. I'm like, wow, Mikey Garcia cannot lose. I'm watching him. I'm actually, we're going to talk about Lomachenko versus Garcia. When Lomachenko got that flash knockdown, it changed a lot for me. He's a wizard. He's amazing. But he got knocked down. Like, it was a flash knockdown. Yes, we're hard on these guys. They have to be flawless at the top. But I'm just saying that changed my mind about a lot of things. But that's another video. I'll give you a prediction video on that. But I'll break that fight down. But I'm giving you right now what I think. What I think right now. And this could change because things happen before the fight. And things can happen. Things materialize in personal life. And with fighters, maybe there'll be a fight in between. This fight isn't signed yet, right? People are talking about this. So he wants to go for greatness. And excuse me if it's signed when this video comes out. I'm not quite sure. I just turned the mic on and I just went to Box Records. I don't see any solid fight now. But I'm saying if they fight, and we want to see this fight, right? We want to see Mikey Garcia because he wants that greatness. He's already awesome. He's already great at the level he's at. He's already great in his weight division. He's already proved a lot. He's at the top of his game. He disappeared, for 2 years? He came back and just started icing people, just lighting them up. So Garcia, he's at the junior welterweight, right? Sorry, junior lightweight. And, what am I saying? Junior lightweight. He's a lightweight champion right now. He's got those belts, and he looks like the man. He is the man. He's awesome. He's awesome. He's an awesome fighter. You watch Garcia, you watch Errol Spence Jr. They're both awesome. Excuse me. I don't want to editorialize myself too much because I'm not going to, and I don't have time. I'm going to just run this. So if I make mistakes, just stick with me. This is all real and organic. I'm not editing myself here when I'm talking. Unless something crazy happens. But this is going to be a great fight. We got to see this fight, right? I want to see this fight. Who doesn't want to see this fight? It's going to be awesome. Let's say it happens soon. Let's say Lomachenko Garcia doesn't pan out. You know what? Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to give you guys some insight. I don't think Garcia should be fighting Errol Spence Jr. Call me crazy. I don't think so. Because I think Errol Spence Jr. right now, for whatever reason, it would be a good fight, but I think he's going to damage Garcia if they fight because I could be wrong. Hey, man, I could be wrong. Every fighter takes damage on each side when they get in that ring. Unless it's a one-sided blowout real quick, But like chocolate, Danny Jacobs. Look, he should fight Lomachenko. That's the fight. They're both at lightweight. They're both smaller guys. Let's analyze. Let's take a look at Lomachenko. As you know, if you're a diehard boxing fan, he lost that one time and it was controversial towards the end of the fight. But, he lost that one fight. Arguably, he could have won. Whatever you think, it's your opinion. 11-9. That's it. Dude's 11-9. He was flash knocked down in his last fight. Linares is no joke. No joke. And he did beat him one side. He TKO, right? Even though he was dropped. Before that, he made Rigo quit. I predicted that. So the fight for me, this is just what I feel. And if you want to see credibility and you're here for the first time and you're like, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about, another YouTuber talking about boxing. This dude, Rick, knows nothing about boxing. I urge you to go through my predictions over the years. I'm at least 75% or more. I went on 10 plus streak predictions, 14, almost 15 once. I have all the evidence. It's all there. If you want to call me out on something, I can prove it all. It's all there. Screenshots, Showtime contests. I was in a prediction streak contest, all this stuff. So what I'm telling you is the fight is Lomachenko. versus Garcia. If Garcia wins that fight, then he should fight Spence if Spence still has a title. Then we could talk about that. But that's the fight, right? Now you're thinking Crawford, right? Crawford's at welterweight. So let Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. and fight it out, okay? Pacquiao, he looked great in his last fight. That's another story. But I want to see the top young, the guys at the top, cream rises to the top. I want to see the top dogs fight. That's what I want to see in the fantasy land, because everybody's protected. Promoters are protecting Joshua versus Wilder. We're not going to see it anytime soon. I mean, this is why I walked away from this channel talking boxing at one point. I should turn this channel into like an advice. How do I go around Europe? Dude, are you rich? How do you do this? How do you do that? I should give advice on that stuff and mix it in with the boxing. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you want to hear that. I mean, yeah, I know how to save loot. I know how to do things, discipline. I know that, I know how to hydrate my body, but that's another story. Okay, I digress. I'm just saying, guys, I want you all to feel good. I want you all to look good. Excuse me. I'm a humanitarian. I like positivity and all that good stuff. But, yeah, seriously, the fight is Mikey Garcia, in my opinion, versus Lomachenko. That's the fight. I'm saying this because I would love to see it, Errol Spence Jr., what everyone's talking about, versus Garcia. But I think it's a little premature. I want to see what Errol Spence Jr. does, like fighting Crawford or even a Pacquiao. If they can make that happen. I want to see what he does, and I want to see what Garcia does fighting maybe even a Beltran, who I'm a big fan of. I hope this man got his green card. It's ridiculous. I saw the documentary, and then he got the title, and then the lawyer was saying, okay, if you're a special gifted person in the USA, if you're an athlete with superior, like if you're an athlete and you have a title as a boxer, you get the green card. I didn't look it up, but I hope, as I'm talking, maybe one of you guys can enlighten me, that I hope Earl Beltran, it just came up, I didn't plan on talking about him, gets that green card. He deserves it. He's a hard-working, talented, great person, and if I remember correctly, a family man. I mean, come on, give him that green card. It's ridiculous. I'm all for it. He deserves it. And before I can go off on that, my man Beltran is an awesome dude. I'm a fan of him as well. But let's talk about Lomachenko and Garcia. They should fight, and then Errol Spence Jr. does his thing, maybe with Crawford. If you're thinking, okay, well, why isn't it's not fair? If Garcia, if Spence Jr. has to fight Crawford, or vice versa, Crawford has to fight Spence Jr., then why doesn't Garcia fight Lomachenko to fight, and then the winner of that fight, let's say, it could be flipped. It could be like Lomachenko wins and he fights Crawford because Crawford beats Spence Jr., right? Isn't that crazy? It's more exciting. It's both, again, let me remind you, they're both in a lightweight. They both have lightweight titles. Lomachenko, Garcia. That's the fight. Then go to Errol Spence Jr., the winner of Terrence Crawford. Probably not going to happen, but it's a possibility, right? So they should fight then, because I think he's too small. My prediction is if they fought today, as much as I love Garcia, as much as I think at lightweight he's the man and he could possibly beat Lomachenko, and I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, you heard me. I wouldn't be surprised. That's an ill fight. Lomachenko versus Garcia, that fight is lit. That's fire. That's a fire fight. Crawford versus Spence Jr., fire fight at welterweight. Champion versus champion to decide who's the real champion, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's the way I'm seeing things. I mean, call me crazy. A lot of people in my last video, I tell people Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder is a tune-up. Fury is a tune-up. A lot of people that watch my channel and they know what's up, they know how I predict fights, they're telling me, you're wrong. And I love that. That's cool. That everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's the way I see it, based on, I gave you reasons why. It's not like I'm just saying, throwing out my pocket, hey, Wilder is going to easily KO Fury because he's better. No, it's not that. I gave reasons. I gave facts. I gave why he was on such a long layoff, abusing his body mentally. He's not right. You know what type of drugs he was on, what that does to someone's body? whoa, come on. And just sitting around that long, and the way he looked in his last fight, he couldn't even knock that dude out, right? Am I right or wrong? Couldn't even knock that dude out. And he's going to go in there and knock Wilder out? What kind of craziness is this? This is crazy to me. And top guys now, I'm reading a lot of people, Fury this, Fury that, even Joe Rogan. I like Joe Rogan, knows his MMA, but dude, please, he's saying stay away from Fury. What is it? What are they talking about? It's the same Joe Rogan that wasn't even saying before the fight, by the way, with Mayweather, that McGregor was going to get easily beat. I didn't hear him say that. I said it. I didn't hear him say that. Just saying. What I'm talking about, I'm real talk here. Real talk. I know I'm jumping all over because I'm telling you my last video, and I'm going to wrap it all up and encapsulate it in this, what I'm talking about with Errol Spence Jr. and Garcia. That's what this video is focusing on. But I'm bouncing around to paint a picture here. I'm just really surprised, that people actually think Fury is going to beat. Some people believe it, or it's a toss-up. When someone says it's a toss-up fight for me, and they say it a lot, for me, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm sorry, excuse me. That to me, that's like, yeah, grow some and pick a fighter. Who do you think's going to win? A toss-up? Look, maybe they need to hear my video. Maybe they need to hear my insight. Maybe they need to think about Fury being off. Just watch the video. I'll put up an information button, or at the end of this video, I'll recommend it. I mean, I broke it all down, like a 30-minute video, with my points, facts, and with my opinion too. Someone say, dude, your opinion, that's your opinion. Sure, my opinion with some facts. Like, dude, the fact is, Fury looked like garbage in his last fight, fighting a guy who is like an unknown, really nobody super, and he's going to go in there and face a guy that just knocked Ortiz out. What? Are you crazy? I seriously think some people in the boxing business, a lot of writers, cough, don't really know boxing, and they know how to write it, like they write what they see, but they don't really know how to pick fights. They don't have their track records on some of them. I'll look at it wrong often if they do decide to pick a fight. Anyway, whatever. Some guys know for real, like I know boxing, and they do consistently pick fights right. People obviously do that, but it's like a talent. I always seen who was going to win the majority of the fights when I know the two guys. All my life this has happened. Yeah, even with the upsets, it has happened. But anyway, oh boy, let me just wrap this up by saying Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia would be awesome for Garcia. Yeah, he would be great overnight if he did get that win, and I know he's itching to do it. But in my opinion, he should, if he wants to stick around longer, he shouldn't take that fight. Because right now, Errol Spence Jr., I think, is going to catch him. He's going to catch him, and he's going to possibly knock him out. He's bigger. And let's look at the reach reel. Before I go, let's check out that reach. Okay, 72-inch reach, okay? 183 centimeters, Errol Spence Jr., okay? So he's got the height. Let's see if he's got that reach over Garcia. Garcia, 68-inch reach. 173 centimeters, right? He's 5'6", 68 centimeters. He's smaller, and he's dealing with a taller, bigger, naturally stronger guy. Dude, stay away. All right, he's a little older. Garcia's 30 now. My, time flies, doesn't it? All right, whoa. Well, guess what? 28 years old. Spence is 28 years old. Yeah, that doesn't make much of a difference. I'll agree. That doesn't, especially Mikey Garcia. He hasn't. You could be a 30 in boxing if you really don't follow the sport, and you do, you would understand what I'm talking about. You could be 30 in boxing and be ancient. If you take a beating and you start your career early and you're in a lot of wars, you could be done at 30. Yeah, it happens. I don't care what kind of enhancements you're using behind the scenes. But yeah, so right now, guys, I'm saying my opinion on this fight. I don't think Garcia should be fighting Errol Spence Jr. because I favor Errol Spence Jr., and not a surprising shocker. The shock would be, yeah, Mikey Garcia winning. That would be a surprise to me. I'm just being honest, and I could be wrong. I'm not some crazy man that, hey, I'm right all the time. That's impossible. I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. But I'm just saying right now what I think. What I think is Errol Spence Jr. is a little too big, and I don't know yet Garcia. I know he's ill, and I know Errol Spence Jr. is really ill, but I need them to see them fight at the top, like I said earlier in this video, and then I can make a better assessment when they meet. But right now, based on my knowledge, my boxing knowledge, from what I see, everything, height, weight, stance, southpaw, styles to make fights. And it can go the other way, but I think Errol Spence Jr. wins the fight, possibly a stoppage. And I think Garcia takes a beating in the fight because he's heavy-handed. This guy's much bigger. He might not find Garcia so easily because Garcia's hard, but when he cracks him, this guy got power. Spence got ridiculous power, and Garcia's got to go up in weight. We got to find out if he's going to carry that. Again, let me remind you, 24 KOs, 21 wins, 0 losses. You saw what he did to Kell Brook, an excellent boxer. You saw what he did to Brook. You watched that fight, right? Garcia, 30 KOs, 39 wins. You know, he's not knocking everybody out lately, right? Unanimous decision, Robert Easter. You know, before that, Lipinets, unanimous decision. Before that, Broner, unanimous decision. By the way, I picked Garcia to win that fight. You got to go back 4 fights for a KO. Guys, that means he has to outbox Spence Jr. because Garcia is not going to knock him out. That's going to be tough, man. So his best chance is to knock Spence Jr. out. That's what I'm seeing. So Spence Jr., he's going to be going for the knockout. This dude knocks you out. Most of his fights are KOs. Whoa. Garcia and his brother's an awesome trainer. I'm just saying right now, if you're hearing me, which is probably highly unlikely, wait. Don't fight Spence Jr. yet. You want greatness? Fight Lomachenko. It makes more sense. In your division, it makes more sense. You will be super great. Like pound for pound greatness. Like for real, nobody would argue. You beat Lomachenko, Garcia. You're in there. All right, guys, I'm out. Whoa, I got another video out. I'm doing this in between other jobs. This is great. So, yeah, I see some live people coming on the channel. It's exciting. It's like a dead channel, trying to resurrect a dead channel. The way you do that on YouTube is you got to keep putting out stuff. And then you got to come up with those titles, right, that are relative, like, as far as with sports to current events, right? So we'll see what happens, guys. I'll be back soon. Let me know if you disagree with me. Yeah, keep it clean. We're all good, right? Let me know. I know a lot of people probably disagree with me. But like I said, look at my track record on predictions. And maybe my opinion and my thoughts could sway you. But if not, whatever. I'm just trying to make points. And they're totally not biased because I'm a fan of both of these guys. I am a fan of Errol Spence Jr. and I am a fan of Mikey Garcia. I want you to know that. I'm out. See you next time. Get above me, I stay energized, drinking New York shots of black coffee. Some people are hearing my raspy voice, they getting salty. Like the Incredible Hulk, I stay fit, my poetry is lit like a blood moon rising on a dark horizon. I'm having visions of space with planets aligning, leaving giant impacts like meteors colliding. Infinite habitable planets exist, thousands of years of research will uncover this. The algorithms and robots are controlling